Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading a multi-character listener by me. So let's get into it. Xiao. Xiao usually finds you asleep before he comes home, because he usually comes back very late at night. You have done your best to dissuade him from that habit, but nothing you could do could ever change his mind. So most of the time, you would be asleep and he would come home and just look a little bit sad. He wanted to spend that time with you. He knew you deserved to be asleep with someone there next to you on the bed, not to wake up to him and wonder how his night was and how yesterday was for him, since you didn't get to see him after he left. He knew he should try to be better, but today, you were not asleep. You were on the couch, reading a book, and he looked at you, feeling fondness on his chest. You looked to be sleepy and barely able to keep yourself awake. So he came from behind, pressed a soft kiss to your forehead, burning the midnight oil. You could say that. Now, what are you doing? You should be a little bit later, you say, teasingly, but he can tell that you're upset, and he feels guilty about it. So he sits next to you and pulls you onto his lap. Maybe I don't want to come later. Maybe I miss you, Ayan. Could that be an option too? That could be more than just an option. I'm sorry, Xiao. I miss you so much. It means the world to me when you're here by my side. You understand that, right? I do, my love. I do. I want nothing more than to be by your side. To be able to sleep next to you and wake up to you in the morning. But it's hard sometimes. But right now I'm here. And we can enjoy that. We can. You mumble, and then you yawn. He takes the book from your hands and holds it close to his chest while you're sitting on his lap, your head resting against his shoulder. And when you go quiet, he knows that you went to sleep. Perhaps you're waiting for him. But next time, he will come home earlier, and you will try his best not to make you wait any longer. Venti. Venti was feeling quite affectionate today, and you look to be a little bit busy. He knows how much work you could have, and how all of that can pile up. And, well, it's not really a good thing when it does that. And he wants nothing more than to see you well rested, happy, and able to get all that you need. And right now it doesn't look like it, especially with how little rest you were getting. And he was definitely against that. So he knew that he had to do something about it. He couldn't just sit around and let this happen. So when all of a sudden, you're picked up from the chair that you're sitting on, you shout, "Venti, put me down this instant." "No can do, Ayan." "You look like you're sleepy. You definitely need the rest. Instead, you should go, 'Thank you, Venti, for helping me.' Now go on, say it." "No, I'm not thankful." "Well, that's your fault. I'm still going to carry you anyway," he says, giggling a little bit when you struggle, but of course you're no match for him. And that's how you end up sitting on the bed, with your head in Venti's lap, with a big pout on your face. He thinks it's so adorable. He also wants to kiss it off your face, but that's a whole other thing. But eventually, he just sighs and looks at you. "You know, Ayan, you're very beautiful. You're just trying to get me to stop being mad at you." "Well, that's true, but it's true too. That you're beautiful, I mean." He cups your face in his hands and leans down to plant a kiss on your lips. And suddenly, instead of a frown, there is a smile. It's not like there's so much that you could do to resist his charms and the way he could make you smile, no matter the situation. So, you find yourself melting into it. And when he pulls away, he's running a hand through your hair. And slowly, you feel yourself resting as he hums quietly, a soothing melody to your ears. And maybe he was right. Maybe that work could be done another time. Maybe you really needed that rest. Because only moments later did he look down to find you asleep. And that definitely made him smile, satisfied with his work. Lyney. Lyney is very adorable and very affectionate, and the most charming man you've ever met. And he definitely knows how to get you to agree to something, despite you being hesitant about it. He just has his ways, and you should never doubt that. And when he found out that you were not resting properly, he decided that he has to do something about it, whether you like it or not. That's why he ended up taking you and carrying you onto the couch and having you sit on his lap. Lyney, darling, may I just ask what you are doing right now? You know, what I should be doing. Making sure you're well rested and not stressing yourself out. Well, as you can see, I had some paperwork to finish, so if you would return me to the table, I would be very glad. You tell him, letting out a huff of frustration, and he giggles softly, finding you very cute right now. You know, Ian, I would be convinced, but there is a little thing. I need to cuddle you as well. That's why I was truly doing this. Please, you would not just leave me to go to your paperwork, would you? Lyney, I have to... But then you look at his face, and you find yourself stopping, pausing, to look at him clearly, and there's those eyes that know the way to your heart and your soul, the eyes that you can never say no to, and you find yourself folding. Of course you do. Of course you're weak for him. What could you do against him when he's so cute and when he wants you so badly? All right, just 20 minutes, no more and no less. All right, I'll do with that. 20 minutes is all I need. And as you're laying on his lap, and he talks a lot, he tells you about stories. And they were very short at first, very humorous. But then, he went on a long tangent. A much longer story that was quite repetitive for some reason. And slowly, as your mind wandered, his words fading into the background, a soothing sound that had no meaning to your ears at this point, you felt sleep overtake you. And Lyney knew what he was doing. That's exactly what he wanted, to capture your attention, and then let you get lost in his words until you fall asleep. You needed it. And he was definitely not going to have his partner be tired. Not on his watch.